Hi then, and welcome to game number 1 in this first series of the day. We have Vodka versus Brew playing in Winter Series 3 for a spot in the round of 64 already, so this is going to be the first round of the tournament. First round of the first day, and what a better way to kick this off coming from Age of Empires 2 than to cast two Age of Empires 2 players going at it. So, starting with Vodka over here, playing in the blue color up north, we're gonna have for the blue player English, meanwhile Bruce gonna be playing as Mongols over here. That means that for English, of course, we're gonna have cheaper farms. They're gonna be working faster when close to the mill, increasing the cell depending on the age. Then on top of that, we also have the ability to produce all military unit types from keeps, as well as twice the arrows from TCs that they're gonna be shooting. We're gonna have also a bunch of other bonuses from extra range on Navy units, which is not going to be relevant over here, to the whole Castle of Network, you know, mechanic, as well as the Vanguard men at arms in the Dark Age. And then on top of that, we also have, of course, the stronger villagers with bows. While, meanwhile, we'll take a look at Brew on the other hand. And what do we have over here? Well, for him, it's gonna have the ability to translate buildings, right? It's gonna be able to pack buildings back up and redeploy them elsewhere. It's gonna have on top of that extra resources he collects from setting buildings on fire from enemies. Then we're also going to have the mechanic by which they can produce twice as many units or improved version of research or upgrades, rather research improved versions of upgrades when buildings are close to the Yovu. And then on top of that, we also have the early horseman already in the Dark Age. That's not something that I have seen anybody really take advantage of, especially given how strong scout rushing has been the last couple of months. Early horseman is something that I was initially expecting to be used a lot more often at this point in time already, but it's just not been the case. So yeah, it's probably just going to be a pretty standard game. I'm expecting though anyway, but we'll see. Anyway, those are not all the bonuses for Mongols, but those are going to be the most relevant. Then they also have some trading bonuses, but that's going to be a little bit more situational. I don't think I have seen so far in Winter Series a game in which players have had to go for trading yet. Or maybe I have seen one at most. Well, in any case, feel it should be on the way for Vodka already. Yes, it is. And by the way, Flower and Dancer, let me know, when you were coming to the stream, did you see if the thumbnail for the event said Grand Finals or if it said Live Now Day 1? Because it should be saying Live Now Day 1, hopefully. But yeah, I guess that's only going to be for those who are searching for the stream live in their subscriber feed or on the main page. The Marine Lord win EGC last series, series 1 and 2. Winter series, both. I don't think so. I don't recall he won the first one. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But I guess I can take a look at that real quick, actually. Don't remember what I saw. I think it's correct now anyway, so it's fine. Don't worry. So, well, we know that he won. Well, I don't want to spoil anybody who might not have seen the previous ones, but you know what? Yeah, I better not say anything over here, so I don't spoil it to anyone who might not have seen the previous two, I guess. Yeah, you can find it on Wikipedia. You can, absolutely. I think video exclamation mark. No, we don't have a command for Winter Series. We only have a command for EGC. But yeah, just Google for Winter Series 1 or Winter Series 2 Wikipedia and you're going to find it. Anyway. Oh! Fuel Age is already here. For Brew. Perfect. Scout the School of Cavalry. Wait! I said Mongols! I am completely blind. He is playing... Oh god, he is playing French. No wonder I did not see any hobos over here. Sorry everyone. This is actually French. My bad. Okay. So for French it's going to be a whole different set of bonuses. From cheaper eco upgrades to cheaper villager and scout production, you can see he's already going to start going for some scouts, right? On top of that, he's going to have also access to the Royal Knight, which is not really going to be a bonus as much as a unique unit, but it's going to basically replace the standard Knight or Lancer unit. And yeah, then on top of that, he's got cheaper drop-off buildings as well. It's going to be all good. Free attack upgrades, though, that's actually pretty nice. It's gonna need to go for a blacksmith eventually, but it's going to be quite handy. So we have French versus English, and what do we get over here? Barracks coming out for Vodka, who's gonna be going for your standard longbow, and spearman composition for English. Meanwhile, Brew, on the other hand, has just gotten professional scouts. He's gonna try to collect the deer. He's getting one deer patch over here, and then the second deer patch over here. He's not really collected yet. Meanwhile, up north, it seems like Vodka's not going for the... Okay, so he's collected some deer. One? No, all the deer are here still. So it doesn't seem like Vodka's going for professional scouts whatsoever. That is very, very surprising overall. Walls coming up over here. I can tell you with confidence that this gameplay style is looking significantly different compared to what we see at the very end of the Winter Series stages, right? So for Winter Series 1 and 2, players are usually a lot more aggressive and not quite as sturdy, not quite as defensive. They're usually going to be going for the deer a little bit soon as well. And this is certainly looking to me a little bit like watching 2K1, 2K or 1900 players and Age of Empires 2, and then compare their gameplay style to the very, very top, because that's certainly what it's going to be the case over here for these players, right? I think Brew and Vodka might be top 200 or so, but I don't think they are at the very top. Meanwhile, the guys that we haven't seen at the later stages of the tournaments before, of course, they are a little bit higher. And as a matter of fact, let me actually go and check this so that I am not talking crap. AoE4.net. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. And yeah, of course, I can see right off the bat Marine Lord extremely high up there himself. Oh. Nice. Wolves are not coming up at all. The archers have found an opening over here. Good job. And that's already one archer going down for Brew. Vodka's gonna keep on chasing. So yeah, Marine Lord is rank 10 right now. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at Brew, and Brew is rank 86. That is actually not bad. That is actually not bad at all. And Vodka is actually ranked 68, so I was talking crap. Actually, they are both very high. Which strikes me then as a surprise that they are playing... well, Vodka is certainly coming in a lot more aggressive than Brew, but it certainly does seem weird to see Brew playing so defensive over here. In any case, it's been kind of working for the most part. He's been able to hold off, hold on against Vodka's push, and Vodka's got some spearmen coming over here. Good job from Brew though, trying to target the spearmen right away. And Vodka is macroing his heart out with these units. There's only 2 archers left over here for Brew, and Vodka is putting a lot of pressure. Now, is he gonna be able to take the villagers down over here? That outpost is still far from being done, but he's not trying to target villagers at all. No, he's just been trying to go after the archers instead. Alright. Good job. Yeah. Royal Knights over here finally showing some level of vulnerability against spearmen compared to what we saw before the Winter series of tournaments, you know, before the spearmen got actually buffed. So yeah, the Royal Knights are not gonna be dominating quite as hard. Anyway, situation has kind of stabilized a little bit. Vodka's still trying to put pressure up over here, but Bruce being able to defend the right hand side. He should be going for an outpost over here. He will. So it's gonna be stabilizing the wood line as well. Then on the left hand side, what do we have? We have the gold miners. Nice knife though. Oh, 2 villagers down. 3 villagers down. 4 villagers down. Great play from Vodka. These guys looking very strong. Bruce going to bring some of the deer back home, but Vodka's not been taking losses himself. As a matter of fact, if we go and take a look at this, let's see. Sorry. So I was saying, if we go and take a look at this KD, so far it's been much better for Vodka. Very close to 4-to-1 KD ratio. Does anyone here mind if I spoil something about Series 1 or 2? Well, there isn't really a whole lot of people. I think it's mostly people who are going to be watching this as a VOD later when I upload it to YouTube. If I do, but I guess go ahead, okay? Anybody watching the video right now afterwards has been warned. Probably just don't read the chat for a little bit. So say whatever you want and then just bury it with a few numbers in the chat. After all, there is only space for like 2 or 3 lines on stream. Anyway. Here comes Vodka. Second wave of units to complement the first wave. He still has pretty much alive over here. And this could be extremely catastrophic for Brew. Scouts are going down right away. He was trying to go after the deer, but yeah, that's not going to work, we know. Damn, that's a lot of range for these units. It's just incredible to see Lombos in action. Steel Armor just completed, by the way, for Vodka, so these Lombos are going to be even stronger. You can see 7 attack coming up right now. There we go. He's trying to group his army up, so now he's going to have a much stronger force to work with. Man, if he goes for siege engineering and he can start already producing a few ramps over here, this could be extremely hard for Vodka to stop. You take a look at the numbers and Vodka is looking very low in military, right? He's got 3 Royal Knights, he's got 13 archers. Meanwhile, we have 21 Lombos over here for Vodka, as well as 13 Spearmen. That's already enough for him. Probably with Lombos alone, he will be able to take on the Knights, especially as these guys are going to be on 4 melee damage or melee armor rather. These guys are going to still be dealing 3 damage per shot. So these Royal Knights, and where are they? They're gonna try to flank. No, they're just chasing the scout. These come with 190, so that's going to take about 64 Lombo shots to take down, which means that if these guys brace with the palings, right, it would be fairly doable to 3-shot those Knights if they are to come in and take damage from the palings. So yeah, I think Vodka potentially with the Lombos alone might be able to clean that up, so we'll see what we get over here. He does have siege engineering right now, and he's got on the first ram out. So here he comes. Brew is not looking that strong. Still retaining that close to 4-to-1 KD ratio. Vodka should be able to take the outpost down over here. That's going to be 2 villagers going down for sure. And the outpost, it goes down and pop goes the whistle. The villagers are coming out right now, but he's not going after them at all. Okay, so here comes the spoiler. After Series 2, Leader Corneli asked Marine Lord who he thought was the favorite to win the series in their entirety, and he answered that he considered himself the favorite. Okay, Leader Corneli laughed nervously at this display of self-confidence and maybe hubris. But after winning Series 1 and 2, what is Marine Lord supposed to say, right? Right. Well, I mean, it does make sense, right? What would you say? You have won so much so far. But yeah. Probably type 1 and 2 in the chat over there to bury messages. Good job. Bruce being able to hold on over here really well. Yeah, all of a sudden the numbers are crumbling for Vodka. For upgrades over here, we have 1 pierce armor and 6 attack, which is going to basically match the upgrades that Vodka seems have. The difference, of course, is the extra range that these longbows would get, but Vodka's been struggling to really take advantage of it, so yeah. Might end up cleaning these units up, but still it's gonna be left on very few units. Anyway, he does get to the castle edge, and Brew goes on to call the GG right away. He ended up losing the remaining defensive units he had, and yeah, he was expecting to see veteran archers coming in, veteran longbowmen probably from Brew, so he decided to just call it quits. It was looking strong for Brew for sure. Let's go and update this then. Sorry, for Vodka, it was looking pretty good, so let's go and update the score. It's going to be 1-0. Let's take a look at the stats a little bit. Military. This is really interesting, right? Because Vodka was able to get as much as double the military compared to Brew at one point, but the engagement over here actually was not that bad for Brew. He was still left on over 11 units over here. Well, yeah, sure. Vodka was going to be on more units still in the end, and he was in the castle edge. But Brew still had some defenses to keep on going. He could have kept on going, but he already took a lot of damage, lost villagers, was behind the entire time, and Vodka does end up taking this one. So that's very interesting to see. Especially coming from the early days where French would just dominate everything. And I don't know if you guys remember, but during Genesis, we would see just French Royal Knight spam all day long, and now it's not going to be anywhere near as strong anymore, especially after they buffed the Spearman, and players start to figure out ways to play around that. And it's good, of course, that not a single civilization is going to be quite as dominating now. That is still the case for Mongols currently, though, mind you. But I imagine Mongols probably just got banned for this set. So let's go back. There we go. We are in game number 2. So what do we have over here? We're gonna have Delhi for both players, which means both are gonna be getting the same bonuses once again. And that's going to be free upgrades. That's going to be, although longer taking upgrades, that's going to be also access to the prelate, right? Scholar, sorry, now the prelate is not Roman Empire. We're gonna have access to the scholar. We're gonna have free upgrades that take longer, and it's going to speed up by garrisoning scholars inside buildings. Then on top of that, we also have 25% faster working foragers. That's going to be for both players, of course, in Civilization, although they do not have the ability to collect boars. Besides that, we also get for Delhi fishing ships who can attack. They come equipped with an archer, as the description says, right? Which is pretty interesting. Let's see. And then we also have for their infantry the ability to build defenses, but that's one villager going down. Vodka's looking strong in this series with Brew taking the first loss over there. Is Vodka going for his own? Yeah, he's going for his own dog. But Brew's got a single scout over here to work with. Meanwhile, Vodka's already on 3 scouts. This has got to come at the cost of the villager production, right? I'm pretty sure, yeah. We'll take a look at this, and we have 8 villagers for Vodka. Or 8 eco units. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at Brew, and he's got 10 eco units, of course. One of those is going to be a fishing boat, but yeah, you know what? It's actually not going to be that bad, because as long as Brew retains the eco lead, it doesn't really matter that Vodka has more scouts out. These do come out at the cost of villager production. So yeah, mine was more like 20 seconds. I noticed when I was on holiday, message would take well over a minute at times. Right, that's because when you were on holiday, I was streaming on standard latency mode. And now this is ultra low, quote unquote, right? But it's nowhere near as fast as Twitch. So it's interesting to see the differences over here between platforms. And I think I'm going to be experimenting with multi-platform streaming for Age of Empires 4 content moving on. So not YouTube exclusive anymore. It's probably going to be coming up on multiple platforms at once. And we're going to see how that goes. It's going to be interesting for sure. But anyway, as I was saying, Let's see. Time to test ultra super duper. Right. Well, you know, back in the Mixer days, Mixer would have sub 1 second latency, which was ridiculous. Now, to be fair though, I did usually get, whenever I tried to watch something on Mixer, a lot of glitching in the video feed, and I would have also a lot of buffering at times, for whatever reason. I'm really sure if it was just my zone. By the way, I had the weirdest stream today, guys. I dreamt that I was streaming and I was watching HBO Max. And you know that I use a VPN to stream because for whatever reason streaming specifically works at a really low bitrate for my ISP, despite actual uploads taking full advantage of the upstream bandwidth, right? And I dreamt that I got a phone call and I said hi, and then it was an ISP operator saying, "Hey, are you stealing now?" And I said like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, do you have a VPN?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he says, "Well, you're not supposed to use a VPN to do anything." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And it was such a bizarre dream. And the operator was so angry at me because I was using a VPN. And I was like, "Well, what am I supposed to do if your service is crap whenever I try to stream to Twitch? Or YouTube even?" And he was like, "Well, we will be able to provide better service to streamers if Twitch actually pay the transfer fees," or something like that. I don't know, it was so weird. I just dreamed that I talked to a very angry internet operator. You can feel free to share your dreams over here with me if you want to, but anyway. Let's see. There might be another villager going down. And it seems like it will be in the end. One scout down. Very good micro over here for Brood, taking the weak villager back to the TC. Well played. Alright. Oh man, I just remembered the dream that I had after that one, and that was probably one that I am not maybe allowed to talk about on stream. But it was bizarre. Oh dude. Dreams, man, they can be quite something. Vodka's coming in over here once again. He does have a higher HP pool though in the UNC Scout, so Brew is bound to lose the engagement over here for sure. That means he's gonna pull some villagers out from gold over there, but he doesn't without taking the scout down. Alright. Fight it, Nova. Fight it. Keep streaming through the VPN. Oh, I will. I will for sure. There's nothing they're gonna be able to do to stop me. Maybe just interrupt the service, but hopefully that's not going to happen. Nice. Yeah, you can see the fishing ships over here, the fishing boats are not going to be quite as strong. Like the archer, like the damage is not going to be quite as good as let's say a doe or a galley, right? But it's still going to be plenty to take like scouts down, villagers down for sure. You saw that the scout went down already over here. And we see outposts coming out from both players to try and deny each other's fishing economy. Now, Brew is going up to the fuel H already. We take a look at Vodka on the other hand. Vodka is already in the fuel H. And what is he going to do? We take a look at production. And he's got nothing. He's got nothing coming. Only villagers and scholars. Let's see. There you go. PLH is here for Brew as well. And what is the plan for the red player, since Vodka was not particularly taking advantage of it so much? See all the upgrades coming in. This is so awkward to see, by the way. Vodka, for whatever reason, he took so much longer to start getting the upgrades, right? And these are free. You should be queuing them up in the order you want them to come in as soon as possible. So he was faster to the fuel H, but it took significantly longer for him to queue the upgrades up for whatever reason. But anyway, This seems to be going in favor of Brew. He's taking one fishing boat down already. He's gonna be going after the second one. He does get two. He's going to go for another one. And he's targeting the villagers right now. Might be able to get the villagers down. Let's take a look at who's got the most vills right now. 33 eco units for Brew. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at Vodka, and he's at 31. So Brew's looking a little bit stronger over here, despite having taken the first few villager losses earlier to the gold. In the gold, right? Taking a few losses in the gold miners. So, yeah. Fish fight. In the end, Vodka does end up coming out on top when Brew tried to make a switch and target the villagers instead. Now the up was up over here, and honestly, he could have gotten the vill. For whatever reason, he decided not to go for it. He's coming in with a fresh set of fishing boats. Oh, and there we go. We finally see the dough coming up, and this is going to be so much stronger, guys. It's ridiculous how much stronger it is. Just gotta bring it back to the dog, though. He's still severely outnumbered. But yeah, this is going to be kind of like an Age of Empires 2. When you see Highlands, it's just going to be a fight over the water at the center, with outposts coming up everywhere, just trying to deny fishing. And an actual navy units coming out over here. Yeah, water army. And then for the rest, back home, players are just gonna be chilling. So we have mosques for the players, right? We had a Dome of the Faith over here for both as well. As a matter of fact, interestingly enough, Vodka is actually the only one to go for the mosque. We have Dome of the Faith over here, but no mosque whatsoever. So Vodka is gonna be able to research stuff from the mosque while going for scholars from the dome. So that could potentially pay off big time. We'll see. It's going to be a little bit of a larger investment, but he's been able to hold on over here, though. To be fair, it doesn't seem like he's been taking too many losses because of the extra wood that he's invested into buildings. Yeah, he's been able to hold on. Mind you, Bruce being able to keep some of these fishing ships still working, some of the fish boats still working, right? Meanwhile, we take a look at Vodka. Vodka's not been doing anything. You can see these are completely idle. So he needs to go back and fish, and there he goes. My villager going down. Poor Brew. And after all is said and done and the situation has stabilized at the center, what do we have? For eco count, we're gonna have 38 over here for Vodka, who's gonna try and go up to the Castle Age. And Brew, on the other hand, is gonna have 38. Alright? Very, very similar for both players. And by the way, I said that he was gonna try to go up to the Castle Age because I heard the sound, but no, it was not that sound, sorry. It was a similar one. I think it might be just the lumber camp, maybe. Still nobody will be able to go up just yet. Oh, interestingly enough, by the way, we already have fortifications over here. Nice. Some of these are going to be fortified outposts. Beautiful. We have several upgrades for the guys. This one is not fortified. No. So yeah, good stuff. Seems like nobody's really gonna be able to keep on taking advantage of fish over here. Bruce been slowly but surely. He's been slowly but surely losing the fishing ships. Meanwhile, Vodka on the other hand. Vodka's actually not taking too much damage, yeah. There was an outpost coming up over here that he was able to deny. Okay, so here comes Brew. He's gonna try again. Yeah, Vodka's actually taking advantage of a lot more fishing over here compared to Brew for sure. Brew, on the other hand, should have more villagers compared to Vodka, even if he fell behind in fishing boats. Interesting how trushing the fish seems to be the meta on this map. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. From what we have seen, that's been the case. Basically every game that I've seen on this map. Anyway, let's see, the outpost is finally coming up. For Brew, up north, he was trying to take advantage of this. Notice how Brew went for the dock on Vodka's side of the map over here, right? He's gonna go for a second one over here, and he already has an outpost. Fantastic. Which is great. So not 45 yet. Interesting that he's not really gone for arrow slits. With all of them, I imagine it's probably just because he does not have range to do much of anything. I think that's probably it, yeah. I do love it though, how each building can change visually according to which upgrade you get. As opposed to Age of Empires 2, in which they are going to remain the same. Like the only way that the towers are going to change aesthetically is if you get Guard Tower or Keep, right? But these you do get the arrow slits, which is fantastic to see. And they only change when you go for fortified wall, or for fortified, sorry, outpost. They become kind of like Guard Tower looking, or Keep looking. But yeah, now Castle is on the way for Vodka. Take a look at Brew, and Brew is already in the Castle Age. He's been able to go up. Nice. Oh, just finished researching arrow slits. What did he go for, by the way? He's gone for the compound of the defender. Now this one is going to allow infantry units to build defenses and reduces the stone cost of buildings and their emplacement by 25%. They can't really do that, by the way. But this is going to improve the bonus. Sacred Site's coming up. Well, Vodka already has control of the Sacred Site, so this is only going to bring Brew up to speed, so to say. It's gonna be catching up. Meanwhile, with all the outposts and arrow slits over here, these fish ships are going to inevitably crumble. Just like that. Yep, overall looking a little bit better for Brew. Explosive though? Ah, that is not doing much of anything. I think he was probably expecting Vodka to have a lot more units over here to work with. Let's see. Some Lancer production from Brew. He's coming forward with Lancers. Let's see if he can do any damage. I don't think Vodka realized about this. I think he's got an across the north crossing. So Vodka realizes about the units coming in. He's gonna be able to garrison the villagers, the majority of them, before they go down. But that's already going to be 2 villager kills are here for Brew. Going right back at Vodka after Vodka was able to collect the first few villagers from Brew earlier into the game. But take a look! We have elephants coming up! Tower War Elephant coming up for Vodka. Interesting. It's going for an extra town center as well. Nice. Take a look at population right now. 58-25 for Brew. 44-14 for Vodka. So second TC will allow him to try and catch up in villager count, but he's already significantly behind. We do have extra TCs over here for Brew. Yes, which is fantastic. He's bringing the chunkers, man, but I don't know if he'll be able to do too much. Actually, he's doing more damage with the DC instead. But this is certainly a majestic unit to take a look at. Take a look at it. Beautiful. Nice. Good job. Haven't seen those at all, really. I have seen some war elephants, but not tower war elephants before. But mostly on YouTube videos, not on games that I was able to cast. So it's nice to see a change. Now, I don't know how heavily he's going to be investing into these, though. He's gotten 2 out. That's about it. I imagine we have all the same... we have the House of Learning over here. Interesting. As opposed to the compound of the Defender. The House of Learning over here, once again, this is going to give you access to unique bonuses. So unique economic and religious technology. So it's going to be going for all of these. It's going to take a while, right? But eventually he's going to get it. 20 minutes for this one. Honed Blades. And he's going for it at the very beginning as well. That's going to be the first one that he queues up. So in 20 minutes, his infantry is going to be so much stronger as well. His men-at-arms. If the game goes that long anyway. But hey, there we go. We have war elephants coming out over here in tower war elephants. Interesting. Wow. Do they really need 2 people on top of the elephant to fight? Because they are both carrying lances. Meanwhile, over here we have 2 archers and we have one elephant man, right? We have time. We'll see. We'll see. I would certainly love to see that. But anyway, he has gone for more. He's got 5 so far. As a matter of fact, does he have 5? Yeah, he's got 5. He's got 5 total. What is the military composition then for Vodka? He's got 5 tower war elephants and 2 scholars, and that's about it. Meanwhile, we take a look at Brew on the other hand, and Brew's got 3 lancers. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be sending those forward to get some raids going very soon. And notice just how many fish boats are here. Brew's been able to keep up. That's beautiful. And because of this outpost as well, he prevents Vodka from getting outposts close to, to the shore, which is fantastic. And here come the war elephants from Brew. So yeah, once again taking a look at his army composition. He's got only 2 tower war elephants, but he's got 2 standard war elephants, as well as some scholars. But yeah, without relics, those are not going to be achieving too much. And still the 3 lancers. Where are the lancers though? 2 lancers, as a matter of fact. Oops. Where are these? Huh, he's got them on the left hand side. I thought he was going to try to raid instead. But yeah, Brew's looking very strong. He's been able to secure water. Right? Vodka does have some fishing boats over here still, although he's not going for any more. Certainly not going to hold a candle compared to the amount of units we have from Brew over here working up north. Yeah, Brew's going to clean out the tower here as well, the outpost. So good job. Plate. I just love the cliffs. They are so nice to look at. I can't wait for them to actually bring modern support to the game, so that people can do stuff, right? I would love for them to allow you to move the camera around and change angles and whatnot to make all sorts of contents. That'd be very nice, especially with how scenic some of these maps are. There we go. Nice. According to Wikipedia, from which I learned everything I know, there is actually such a thing as elephantry. Interesting. I guess this would count as elephantry, right? Well, the war elephants at the very least. Sure. The tower elephants would probably also, right? So I imagine cavalry archers are still cavalry. These are going to be elephantry archers. Oh god, this is so slow. They are both so tanky and they are taking so long to go down. Oh god, they do have a lot of attack though, mind you. 30 attack is going to be a lot for these units. So if you do get a good amount of tower war elephant, these are going to be so much more effective compared to standard archers. Albeit extremely slow, of course, and potentially very, very expensive to lose. But hey, they do pack a punch. You can see over here. The outpost is going down right away. Elephantry charge, yes! He's getting the... Wow, the outpost down extremely, extremely quickly. And this is what you are meant to be using. With the civilization, this is what you're meant to be doing. This is incredible. Who's gonna be taking the engagement over here? It seems like it's going in favor of Vodka by quite a bit. Why is Bruce still fighting over here though? He's underneath a keep. And up against a superior number of tower war elephants. How many do we have over here? We're gonna have 6 for Vodka. We have a lot more for Brew, but that's not going to still be the case if he ends up, if he continues to take the engagement underneath the outpost over here. Take a look, Vodka's bring the scholars and he's gonna try to get a conversion. No way, he loses one, he loses both, and what a great snipe. Oh god, the units are going down right away. What a great snipe. For Vodka, for Bruce, sorry, and Vodka's units, he was able to hold on to the units, but then he ends up losing them in the end. I am not 100% sure, but I think he might have deleted those. I don't think that was necessary because the monks or the scholars were already down. Anyway, he might have just lost them though. Maybe he had just lost a lot of HP. Wow. That's what I was saying when I was talking about potentially very expensive to lose. Imagine Vodka actually managed to get away with the conversions over there. That would be so good. It would have been potentially game ending. Nice. Let's check. He's bringing the relics back in, yeah. So anyway, what is production looking like right now? Bruce is gonna keep on going for more tower elephants. We take a look at Vodka on the other hand, just going for upgrades, no military production whatsoever. And he's still researching this. It's only 11 minutes and 43 seconds away from being researched. Home Blaze. This is the threat of Delhi, right? This is the strength of Delhi. With all the upgrades being free, you can go for anything, right? And you can get fully upgraded units eventually. It's going to be so strong. Also, the fact that you end up saving the resources that other civilizations would have to spend in order to get the upgrades in the first place means that the longer the game goes, the deadlier Delhi can become. Certainly, it's going to be a force to be reckoned with if you do not take care of it earlier in the game. But because we have Delhi for ball players over here, they should be like on even ground, right? Let me see if we have... Right, we don't have the same upgrades coming up over here, no. Simply because he doesn't have the building. House of Learning is going to be so strong for Vodka. Instead, what do we have over here for Brew? Well, he's got this, right? He's got a compound to the defender. Once again, it's going to be for defenses. Meanwhile, Imperial Age is on the way right now for Brew. He's got the Palace of the Sultan coming up. Now, this one, as you can see, automatically produces Tower War Elephants. and garrisons up to 4 scholars to increase production speed. I love this one. This one that I use myself when playing during the beta. It was so nice. And you take a look at Vodka on the other hand. Vodka's going out to the Imperial Age himself too. Is he going to go for the same landmark? Yep, both are just going to keep on focusing on tower elephants. Beautiful. What a great game to watch. You know, that is the thing about casting these tournaments. When there are so many simultaneous series taking place at the same time, you don't really know what you're going to get. But I'm so happy that I was able to catch this, because it's been fantastic so far. And I'm certainly hoping Bruce gonna be able to put up a good fight over here, potentially try and call it game number 2 so we get a full series. Because the players seem to be quite even, and the games have been so far pretty good. There we go. Imperial Age is here for Vodka. Nice. Garrison Scholars and Monster Commander says to improve. Yeah. You would imagine so, right? What else does he have to research still? He's going for Veteran Spearman. He's going for All-Seeing Eye as well. And then still eco upgrades. Now these are going to be the final eco upgrades he's going for. And only now though, getting blacksmith upgrades. Well, the elephants, because they are so tanky, the blacksmith upgrades are not going to be quite as influential. But yeah. Anyway. Good job. Nice. Cannons are so strong, man. He'll be chunking to keep down right away. He's got 2 already to work with. Meanwhile, Vodka on the other hand is... I don't think he's got any siege, does he? Nope. He's got only elephants. And he doesn't even have that many, to be fair, though. He's got 2 war elephants and 9 tower elephants. We take a look at Brew, and Brew is on 8 war elephants and 8 tower war elephants and 5 war elephants. Then he's got 3 cannons already, 3 bombards, and he's taking the keep down right away. Without cannons himself, or... Yeah, to be honest, Pringles, I'm not really sure if it's going to be strong enough at this point, we'll see. But yeah, without cannons himself, Vodka won't be able to do much of anything. So he's going for some bombards himself, right? So he's got them here. He's got to be careful. Extremely important for him to try and get the best engagement he can. Zero scholars, garrison for Vodka. He is very close though, 7 minutes away. You know, relatively speaking, very close to getting Hone Blades finally. So his Minotaurs are going to be so strong. Doesn't really have a lot though, he's got only Veteran Spearman over here, but that's already so much better compared to anything that Brew's got. So here comes Vodka with all the Spearmen over there. We have cannon on cannon action over here, Bombard versus Bombard, and it seems like it's gonna be going in favor of Vodka because Brew is not microing, but now Brew is. So he doesn't take the Bombard over there. Now he's going to have 3 Bombards still left to work with against the Elephants. And I think that's going to be enough, right? Let's take a look at the HP over here. Elephants are actually tanking a lot. They are tanking a lot. And Vodka still seems like he's going to be coming out on top despite being up against cannons over here from Brew. We have hand cannoneer and bombards as well, so heavy artillery for Brew, but Vodka is able to hold on just fine. Now, the big issue for Vodka will be closing the gap over here and eventually pushing Brew out, because with all these units being ranged, he can just bail back towards the keep. The keep's gonna be providing additional damage, and Vodka, as strong as his units are, is still going to end up losing units slowly but surely, right? It's a lot of hand cannoneer over here, taking the spearmen down. We see that bombards as well, doing good damage. Just gotta be careful. There is one bombard over here, completely exposed. And but Bruce not targeting the correct one. He will be taking one down though. 2 bombards down. Make that 3. Nah, he cannot get the third one. Third one's going to stay up. Should stay up anyway, right? Yeah. In any case, we have 2 bombards left over here still for Vodka, for Bruce, sorry. He's bringing another one, so that's going to bring the count up to 3 once again, and Vodka's just been playing defensive. He's been struggling big time. Taking a look at the researches. Hey, I think he's finally researched Home Blades? No. Still gotta wait 4 more minutes or 5 more minutes in. I don't know, man. He's not even going for Man at Arms. He's just been going for Spearman over here, and it's quite clear not going to work against Hand Cannoneer, right? So let's see. Bards from Vodka. Oh man, what a chaotic game right now. These moments in Age of Empires 4 make the game look so fun. I mean, for the player's perspective, bombards can be super strong and they can be annoying to play against, but you see the battlefield and all the units coming out and all the different types of units and all the engagements, and it just makes it look so interesting. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the players wouldn't mind a nerf or 2 to the bombards currently, given how dominant they are. Still though, a lot of action over here. Yeah, good stuff. Still no Minotaurs though coming out from Vodka whatsoever. Meanwhile, Brew already has it. Yeah. Brew's got it. War Elephant's going down. Yeah, Minotaurs over here are going to be so strong. For Brew, you can see that how Vodka is struggling big time over here. Let me see if Vodka will finally finish researching this or not. 3 minutes, but yeah, once again, he's not going for it. Wow, that's just CG. So Brew does end up taking this one, guys. And that's going to be 1-1. We will get a 3rd game in the end. Really well played, Brew. From securing the water up north with a aggressive dock and the aggressive outpost to, you know, out-comping Vodka for army composition as well over there. Did end up taking a great game over here, but overall, it was fairly close. You can see over here, total unit count might have been a little bit higher for Brew the majority of the time, but is that going to be villagers or military? It's going to be mostly military, right? Yeah, because the villager count was about the same. Now, Brew did end up getting ahead because of the fishing ships over there around the middle of the castle edge, but then eventually he ended up falling behind as Vodka kept on production going much longer than Brew, but it did not matter too much. Despite Vodka's stronger villager count over here, he struggled to keep up with military production, and even though you can see over here getting close to the Imperial Age, he started ramping production up significantly. It was never quite enough to catch up to Brew. So well played. Red player does end up taking this one, and we're going to be jumping into game number 3 as soon as the players begin playing it. Let's go back. Welcome you guys, everyone, to the next and final game of the series. This is going to be the equalizer. What do we have over here? This has got to be Hill and Dale. Yes. Because of the cliffs, the elevations over here. Oh man. I just like some fog over here for sure. And for civilizations then, what do we get? We are gonna have for Vodka Holy Roman Empire, and then for Brew, Brew's gonna be playing opposite. So for Vodka, what do we get for Vodka? With Holy Roman Empire, he's going to have a bunch of bonuses for relics. This is what I was talking about earlier as well. They're gonna be a relic-centric civilization. What Brew's gonna have to, yeah, look out for is the fast imping that whole Roman Empire can pull off, especially on a map like this. If you just get a few palisades, right? You defend yourself, probably go for some palisades from here to here, and then you defend yourself on the left hand side as well. I think this is fairly easy to wall, right? Yeah, from here to here as well. Then potentially on the right hand side as well, you can also go for some walls from here to here. You're gonna be able to execute on your fast imp strats, no problem. And how fast can they go up? Well, I have seen the Holy Roman Empire go up to the Imperial Age as early as 11 minutes into the game, and I'm not really sure it could potentially be done even faster. So for this civilization, first off, we're going to be getting access to the prelate, which is going to inspire units. We have on top of that, for the Holy Roman Empire, we're going to have 5, you can garrison relics inside keeps, right? Outposts, towers as well. And that's going to be giving them extra range, extra vision, extra attack as well, extra damage. It's going to be very, very good. You can also do that on docks to increase navy attack speed, but that's going to be usable only on water maps, of course, or hybrid maps over here. That's not going to be of use at all. And then finally, for the most important one, in my opinion, for the most important remaining bonus, they're going to have also cheaper emplacement upgrades. Well, that's about it. Brew, on the other hand, is gonna be playing the Abbasid Dynasty, and that means he'll be getting the House of Wisdom mechanic, by which it's gonna be able to go up by researching a House of Wisdom wing over here, building a House of Wisdom wing as opposed to building an individual landmark. And this is actually very interesting because we're gonna see if Bruce gonna be able to hold on over here by going for fresh foodstuffs and try to boom that way, although I don't see him collecting. Okay, he's gonna start collecting some stone right now, so he's gonna try to go for 2 TCs, fresh foodstuff, villager production versus Vodka, who's gonna be sticking to 1 TC only, but he's gonna try to play for the relics and fast imping over here. We're gonna see who can boom the best. Anyway, besides that, we also get for Abbasid also 25% faster working foragers, although he's not taking advantage of it right now. We're gonna have for the Abbasid also some bonuses for markets and for traders, but that's not going to be relevant over here too much. Once again, I don't think this is going to be going down to trading whatsoever. And then there is the fact that their infantry, they can build siege, right? They can build siege without the siege engineer and upgrade. So what is going to be the plan over here for Brew then? Not 100% sure. Before I forget it, they also get a mechanic. Let's see if it's displaying over here, the Golden Age mechanic. Yeah, it's not coming up. So the spectating system is kind of bugged right now, but you do unlock Golden Age tiers depending on how many buildings you can place or you can get up. Just going to give you certain bonuses, but anyway. Economic wins over here, fresh foodstuffs coming up. Very soon, Bruce is going to make a second TC where he's gonna be able to produce extra villages, of course. And Vodka, on the other hand, of course, go figure, is going to go right away for the Untitled Chapter, which is going to inspire units around it as long as there is a prelate garrison inside. And then going up to the Castle Age, if he's going to play the standard Holy Roman Empire strat, he's just going to go for the Regnitz Cathedral as opposed to the Burgrave Palace. The Regnitz Cathedral is going to give you 200% extra gold from relics, and it's going to hold up to 3 relics. That's going to result in about 900 gold per minute, which of course, once again, is going to be absolutely instrumental in Holy Roman Empire's ability to fast imp. And of course, going up to the Imperial Age with the Palace of Swabia as well is going to give you cheaper producing villagers and faster producing villagers. 75% cheaper, 75% faster producing, so it's overall really, really, really strong. I just discovered a new 11-member K-pop girl group. How many hot sexy women can there possibly be in that country? Oh boy. There we go, second TC is already up and he's gonna be producing from both. So this is what I want to see. There will be, if there was an option to see a graph for villager count that'd be so good for Age of Empires 4 and for military and something kind of similar to what Capture Age can get, right? But yeah, currently we can only take a look at a villager count individually. 25 vills for Brew. Vodka's on 24. And of course, Brew's gonna be getting ahead by the minute because of the second TC. Meanwhile, Vodka on the other hand is already gonna be able to go up to the castle age. This is just so good for him though. This is absolutely incredible. The inspired villagers over here are going to work so freaking fast. His economy is just out of this world. And of course, he's going to go for the Regnitz Cathedral, right? He's just going to keep on going for the same strat. Alright. So yeah, what I was saying about being kind of curious as to whether or not we're going to see extra strats being used for the civilization as opposed to going for the same strat every time is, for instance, Brew could go, instead of the Regnitz Cathedral, he could go for the Burgrave Palace, which is going to act as a barracks from which he can train 5 infantry units at a time. So imagine just going for full infantry spam. That could potentially be a very strong all-in castle strat, right? But I don't think I have seen anybody ever go for it. It's just everyone been going for the same fast imp. And I mean, so far it's been very strong, even if it's not necessarily worked every time. But yeah, there we go, Castle Age is here. So now Vodka is going to start collecting the relics. This is send a prelate down south though. There we go. Scouts going down from Vodka to Bruce Horseman. Should be going down anyway, it's one hit now. There we go. Yeah, Bruce doing a really good job over here trying to prevent Vodka from collecting the relics, right? So he's finishing building this, but the relic already got stolen here. This one is going to remain for the time being kind of enclosed. And then he's trying to go for this one as well, so that's going to be 2 relics he's denying access to. Plus he's got one much closer to his base, so that's going to be 3 relics he's denying access to, which means that at most Vodka's gonna be able to secure 2 relics, right? So he's got only 1 right now. And I'm not really sure where the remaining one is, but I don't see him collecting it so far. So let's actually see. Where are the prelates? So we have one up north. It's not carrying anything, and then this one down south is not carrying anything either. He's gonna have to go for a spearman or something so he can break through over here and try to collect this one. Does he even know where they are? Yeah, he does. He knows. Vodka knows about this relic. He's just gonna try to go after this one instead. Well, this is really well played from Brew. This is fantastic because he was expecting Vodka to go for exactly what he went for. Because when you go for the same strategy time and time again with the same civilization, it's bound to become predictable, of course. Imagine if instead he had gone for the Burgrave Palace and he started producing men-at-arms. What is Brew realistically going to do with Spearmen? Probably not too much. Now, to be fair though, Brew has done a really good job with booming away. We take a look at villager count over here, and Vodka's going to be on 33 villagers. We take a look at Brew on the other hand, and Brew is on 50 villagers. That's just because it's the second TC producing villagers for cheaper, right? Or both TCs producing villagers at 50% the cost. And Vodka does end up going for Lancers over here for Knights, sorry. To try and open this up and collect the relic, but I don't think he's gonna be able to. We have a lot of speedrun over here for Brew. And this has just been played so well by the red player. This is just absolutely fantastic. Good job. There we go. Vodka's coming out to raid. He'll still be able to go up to the Imperial Age, mind you, though. It's just not going to be quite as fast. But yeah. Now, Castle Age should be on the way for Brew, by the way. What is he going to research? The cultural wing or the military one? Ah, yeah, he's going for the culture wing. Yeah, these icons I still have not memorized, but yeah, he's going for it. Okay. He's still trying to break through over here. Of course, he's gonna want to get the relics in, right? Hey, he did manage to collect the second relic. Good job. So this is going to be the third one for him. Eventually those palaces will crumble. Good job. There we go, he's trying to break through over here, although this is actually still open. But yeah, anyway. Wow, Vodka just keeps on trying to keep pressure up. He's attacking with scouts right now. Doesn't have losing one. He's gonna bring the deer back still. Good job. The knight's here. He does end up pushing the villagers away. Brew, on the other hand, of course, still. And a very strong economy. He does have 64 villagers compared to Vodka's 47 villager count. Now, do we have the Palace of Swabia? Of course we do. So Vodka's villager count is going to start skyrocketing. Take a look at that. 75% cheaper villagers. Training 75% faster. This is extremely quick villager production. And just with the Palace of Swabia over here, kind of accounting as a second DC of sorts, he's gonna be able to catch up to Brew in villager count so soon, while Brew will still be kind of stuck in the Castle Age, right? So this is why fast imping has been so strong for Holy Roman Empire so far. And even despite, yeah, and despite the relics being kind of elusive, Vodka's prelates, he was still able to go up to the Imperial Age, and very soon he's gonna be catching up in villager count once again. Take a look at that. Come on, man, 59 villas already. Make that 60 villagers. 61 villagers for Vodka already. We take a look at Brew, and he was on 64 a moment ago. Now he's up to 83, right? So he had 21 extra vills for Brew. But you gotta take in mind as well that Vodka, because of the two relics that he's got over here, garrison inside the Regnitz Cathedral, that's going to account to about 14 or 15 extra villagers, really, because of how strong it is. More like 13 or 14 rather extra villagers. So his economy is actually a little bit stronger than the villager count suggests. Brew is on 87, meanwhile Vodka is on 68, so that's going to be a difference of 19 villagers. If you normalize for the relics, that's going to be more like a 6 villager lead for Brew only, while he is still very much stuck in the Castle Age. Meanwhile, Vodka is going to be catching up in villager count very soon. His economy is going to be pretty strong. And then he's gonna be able to finally take advantage of the Imperial Age and uneven ground, so to say. Walls coming up. Stone walls even. Beautiful. He was already expecting the units to come in from Brew, right? There you are. Oh, we have elite men-at-arms over here, but then yeah, we have all the upgrades over here. Well, not really all the upgrades. He's going now for Military Academy. He doesn't really have even Bloomery, right? So he doesn't have all the upgrades, but he's got already elite, which is going to be so much stronger compared to standard men-at-arms, let alone spearmen. Spearmen are just going to get completely clapped by men-at-arms. So Vodka's just trying to keep the numbers high over here, and beyond Brew's line of sight, if we take a look at Brew's point of view, yeah, you can see that he's got no idea what's behind the walls over here. And now he does. Now he knows. Now he knows about the men-at-arms. He's got some crossbows to work with himself, which are going to be good against men-at-arms for sure. But now he realizes about the keep as well. And this is so rough. If you're in Bruce's point of view over here, you see the keep, you see the men-at-arms over there. You just do not have enough crossbows over here to fight with. You're going to bring a few more, but is that going to be enough? He's got 17 crossbows. With some good micro, he might be able to get some good damage down over here, but the units are coming in waves from Vodka. He's got a lot, and of course, he's going to be able to produce a lot more. If you're on Bruce's point of view, you can also see the huge amount of barracks over here from Vodka. So you're expecting the number of men-at-arms to keep on increasing significantly. Meanwhile, you have your standard men-at-arms over here, which are not going to be quite as strong compared to elite. And of course, the keep is going to make it so much harder for you to keep on pushing. He's gonna try to break through on the left-hand side, but he's already taking a lot of damage over here. And I'm not the biggest fan of Bruce's engagement over here because he's going to end up losing the crossbows. You can see that Vodka's doing a really good job targeting the most important units. Obviously, with elite men-at-arms, it's gonna be just fine against standard men-at-arms himself. It's only the crossbows he's gotta take care of. Another keeps coming up for Vodka. Is this one coming up? Probably. I mean, yeah, we have a lot of military, right? For Brew, we should be able to get so many of these villages, but then at the same time, Vodka still has another keep over here to defend himself with. And check this out! Here he comes! Beautiful! Fantastic stuff. And these are mace wielding men-at-arms as well, so they are so good. Well played. He completely cleans up the men-at-arms from Brew, and now there's only rams left over here to take care of. And I'm pretty sure he should be able to hold on over here just fine. Yeah, the rams are going down, and Brew cannot keep on pushing anymore. So this is when it gets tricky, because Brew was trying his best to get the push going, but when that fails, he's gonna be on the back foot right now, as Vodka's gonna try to take advantage of momentum to go forward and try to punish Brew. And Brew, does he have the defenses though? He's kept on sending more crossbows by the minute. Once again, he's still pretty much stuck in the castle edge, so these are not going to be elite crossbows anytime soon. And we take a look at the back over here, and what does he have in terms of defenses? Nothing! Nothing! Brew's completely naked! He is open! On the left, we could very well see the blue player coming in here, straight into the economy from Brew, and Brew's got only TCs over here to protect himself. This is just not going to cut it at all. And then because he's got all the barracks up north, if Vodka was to come forward up the left-hand side, then it'd be extremely hard for Brew to defend himself. He's trying to get a keep up over here. We'll see if he can get this one up. It seems unlikely to me, honestly. We even have, you know, Magnus over here to work with, so yeah. It seems that the castle is coming up, or the keep is coming up, though. Good job. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Anyway, still men-at-arms coming out on top over here. You have a keep for Vodka. right next to the relic. He could potentially collect this one. That'll be the third relic he will be able to garrison inside the... Never mind. Regnitz Cathedral. Actually, he's already garrisoned the third one, so that'll be the fourth relic he could potentially take just to garrison maybe inside the monastery. Sacred side control over here for Brew. Well, honestly, he doesn't really have the means to protect it though. Does he? He's trying to get this one as well. And still, a lot of crossbows. He's going for more rounds. He's got spring nails right now, so he can take care of Magnus as well. Seems like finally Imperial Age is on the way for Brew. What is he gonna go for? He's going for the military wing. Nice. So he's going to leave out the trade wing. Yeah, I think there's still enough gold left in this map to keep on going without trading, so... And it does make sense. He does need strong infantry right now. Or strong military, rather. There you go. You know, we could potentially see camels from Brew. Does he have any camels at all? Doesn't have any camels, no. That could honestly be pretty good. Let's see. Does he have a stable? He does have a stable. Yeah, yeah. Let me check. Just real quick. Nah, I was thinking of something else. Never mind. Never mind the camel choice then. It's not necessary. It's only good for against cavalry, right? How much cavalry do we have for Vodka, by the way? Not a lot. As a whole, the Roman Empire, he's gonna want to prioritize military production for infantry, and he's got full men at arms army basically. He's got cannons coming out right now, so that's pretty good. And Imperial Age is here for Brew, so he caught up. We are getting closer and closer to the final moments of this. Let's see. Gonna try to take the keep down with all the infantry he's got over here, plus a cannon, the bombard. He should be able to take this one down, and he will. Well played. So now he's moving forward to the next target. So what is he going to target next? We have only 2 sacred sites over here for Bruce, so there is no way for him to get sacred site victory. Vodka's got this one over here. Plus the keep and the outpost is gonna be protecting this one just fine. Here comes Vodka, right up against the crossbows. Do we already have any upgrades for Brew for these units? Yes, he's got the elite crossman upgrade. Good job. Yeah, and are these elite men at arms? He's got it. He's got elite men at arms. Does not have all the upgrades just yet. Let's see. Let's take a look at Vodka on the other hand. Vodka is going for... Yeah, he's only now going for extra armor though, and he still does not have Damascus Steel over here, so that the final attack upgrade for melee units. Interesting. Let's check.
Weiß, was ich tue. Gehäse für Gehäse? Was bedeutet
Oh, we have Calderon coming in for for Vodka. Interesting. Beautiful. There we go. Oh man, this engagement. This seems to be going in favor of... who is it going in favor of? Bruce got a lot of crosses over here, but they are going down right away to the siege. Unit control has not been the best. Notice the magnet shots over here are doing devastating amounts of damage, so Vodka does end up coming out on top. Bruce not out of this game just yet by any stretch of the imagination, but he is falling behind significantly in population all of a sudden. Keep on the way for Vodka. Man, if he could get this keep up, that'd be so good. I don't know if he will be able to keep it up for too long though. Does Brew have any siege on the way whatsoever? He doesn't! He's got only elite Minotaurs and crossbows coming out. Take a look at the stats of these units. And yeah, it's looking much better for Vodka right now. It's got extra attack. It's got extra armor as well. Good job. We have the bard over here for Brew as well, but it gets completely destroyed. Wow. Spring ult's coming out over here for Brew. Interesting. Good job. Yeah, keep staying up over here, and a bunch of barracks coming up behind this. So of course we're gonna see a lot of Minotaurs coming in by the minute, and Vodka is starting to dominate over here. Every attempt Brew has had, it's just not been enough. When he tried to push Vodka, as Vodka had just gotten to the Imperial Age, he could not get the push to work. And now every time he's tried to defend against Vodka's push, it's just not been sufficient. So Vodka is looking pretty strong over here. If you take a look at the economy as well, Vodka's got so much, guys. He's got so much food and so much gold because of this. Because of this. And he's got the 4th relic right now as well, which he's collected from the north. So you could potentially garrison that one inside. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Vodka does end up to take... yeah, does end up taking the series over here. Does end up winning the 3rd game to take the series with the final score up 2-1 against Brew. Playing a pretty good game now. I gotta be honest, Brew's performance over here actually was not bad at all. If we go and update the score over here, 2-1. You can see Vodka's moving on. But yeah, this was actually not bad for Brew whatsoever. It's just that fast imping, man. If we take a look at the villager count, you're gonna see a huge spike. So he got to the Imperial Age and he got to the Swabia Palace villager production. He was on 1 TC up until this point, so you can see the slope over here twice as pronounced for Brew. But in the moment he got the Swabia Palace, check that out. Matter of a few minutes for him to catch up in villager count for the most part. He ended up losing a few over here, trying to get a keep up, but then he was eventually able to catch back up as well. So this is actually very interesting. Total resources count. This is what I'm very interested in as well. So this is how many resources each player had at any given time. What I want to see though, and I don't think it's possible, is to see the aggregate, the total amount of resources collected instead, because it's just going to show you how many resources players had at any given time. But it doesn't really tell you how many resources they had collected so far, because this is going to change depending on the military production and the villager production, right? So for instance, Brew, up until 20 minutes or so, or 18 minutes or so, he was in significantly more military units. But the total amount of resources, you know, available to him at any given point in time was kind of comparable, which means he had actually collected a lot more. But yeah, that's not, unfortunately, not possible to see right now. Hopefully that's something they're going to implement in the future. Well, regardless, that's going to be about it for this series then. Let's go back and we're going to be waiting for the next round to begin, where we are going to see who Vodka has to play with I'm pretty sure though it's gonna have to be versus Vortex, so let's go back.